Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Monobank, a safe-cracking mod that may also make you a little bit sus. So what does this mod add? It adds in a couple items as well as a little bit of world gen. And yes, it makes the villagers a little bit sus of you depending upon your activities. So to start with, we've got the Monobank itself, which consists of just a whole heck of a lot of iron and a replacement lock. This requires more iron, so you'll just need a lot of iron. The benefit of these is that they can actually hold a considerable amount of items, or at least one item, but a large amount of it. It can hold over 8,000 of one specific item in there. For example, here is a Monobank, and this is my player-owned version. By right-clicking, it says locked, which means if you sneak and then you right-click, you should be able to open it. And as this is my own Monobank, I do not require a combination in order to unlock it. It just has that satisfying spin and click sound. By right-clicking, I then have a considerable amount of, valuables in here. And you can see up here it says, you own this Monobank. Now, if you want to close it again, you just sneak, right-click, and it is locked. If I want to change the combination on there, because you can actually set the combination of your lock, other players can actually crack your safe, but they cannot pick it up. They cannot destroy it either. But they can actually safe crack it. And if you want to safe crack it, you can actually make it a little bit more interesting. So unlocking my Monobank, if I take a replacement lock and I sneak, right click, it then allows me to change it. Now if I use something like wood, it would use any of a similar type. So it would use any of the regular logs would be accepted so that other players and NPCs cannot actually access it without first cracking that combination. Monobanks don't burn. In fact, they are fine in something like lava and fire. So they are resistant to that. They're also blast resistant. So you don't need to worry about any kind of intruders just trying to blow up your stuff. And most importantly, as this is my own Monobank, if I break it, while it has contents, it's not a worry. I can put it back down, I can then open it up, and the contents are still secured. This is a structure that you may end up experiencing out in a village. Now, there may be other versions as well, depending on the village that you're in, and it's not guaranteed to be in villages. You can change the configs so that it can be more populous or less. But in this case, I'm calling it a bank because you're pretty much going inside. There are going to be patrons in here. I don't know why they constantly are standing on the furniture. They always do this. But down in the basement, you'll find more storage as well as, the vault, which is going to have a vault guardian. And yeah, it's something to consider before opening anything. Usually I would, first thing into a village, I'd start opening chests and stuff. But you got to be careful with that. Because if anybody sees you, whether it be a villager or one of the iron golems around, you could get a bad status effect. So for instance, I have this chest here, and I now have this here, Thief 2, for a good 6 minutes. And now if I have any villagers that have trades, this guy doesn't necessarily have one right now, but if there were any nearby, they wouldn't actually trade with me, at least not during this time. And on top of that, whether now I can steal those things, but I was seen doing so. If I'm not seen, then I should be safe with it. But I got to be careful because I now am number 1 on the wanted list, and he's going to want to try and kill me. So you're going to have to really watch out for that. Yeah, just having Thief 2 on you, you really don't want that effect. On top of that, drinking milk will not remove it. So you're kind of stuck for a few minutes, and you have to be a bit more stealthy with your attempts at looting the area. So let's say that you actually didn't open up any of these things within vision range, and you're able to just kind of sneak down here. You could feasibly like block off the area or something along those lines, or you're probably thinking, oh, well, I know, I can just break the containers or even a safe. As long as you're not seen doing it, it should be okay. For example, hi, how's it going? Yep, nothing there. But if I open one of these and there's actually items in them, oh, yeah, But here's the thing, I get to keep this monobank. It's not a player monobank, it's an NPC monobank, so I can bring it with me and then I can open it in the future elsewhere. Alternately, I can try opening one of these here, but if I'm seen, then that could make things a little bit more challenging. So I might just kind of sneak over here and then try this. And you don't have to actually be accessing the face of it. You can actually access the side as well if you want, or the back. And you'll notice that when I do this, it has those 3 items. And it kind of tells you a little bit about what they are. You'll just need to get those items and then bring them back, or be prepared with the ones that you already harvested. And in this case, as I'm sneaking around the corner, I'm just going to grab this one and bring it back to my place. But you can hear that the villagers are not happy with this. And I am constantly increasing my thief radius, because everything within 128 blocks of this area is pretty much, yeah, okay, I was being seen. Yeah, that was a bad choice. But as I was saying, anything within 128 blocks of that structure is pretty much going to be a thief zone. So you really have to be cautious and not be seen or caught doing anything nefarious. Yeah. So for example, I just opened that, but I don't have a thief thing on here, and this wasn't my chest. I just kind of kicked out the villager that was in here. Don't judge me. Now let's put down a couple of these banks, and let's see what it is we have. Oh yeah, that's right, sneak right click. We've got a compass, 2 iron ingots is what it looks like there. Here we've got iron ingot and a couple of tripwires. And yeah, it kind of gives you these little clues. Remember, there is configurable options for this mod, but it is actually quite a bit of fun. Alright, so I have the ingredients to actually open up both of these, and it's actually a really good demonstration. You see here a compass, 2 iron ingots, this one 1 iron ingot, 2 tripwires. Well, I only have 2 iron ingots, so I have to choose which one I want to open up. No. Remember, the items for this don't get used up. So if I put this in here, I get the items back, and then it opens up, and I accidentally closed it again and have reset the combination. Let's just try that again. There we go, and inside is 4 gold bars. Alright, I will take that. And I still get to keep these items, and then I can use them for the next one. So I can put one here, and then I grab these tripwires, get the items back, and inside I get, ooh, a Portal Ruins map. Excellent. And the best part is, I have invisibility. I'm opening these different loot containers that may or may not have some stuff. There's a golem right here, and they don't seem to even care that things are going on. So this is actually a really good way. Uh-oh. I apparently have notified somebody nearby. I have thief now because I've been kind of poking around a little too much. But the invisibility can help you with at least getting into some of these containers. Just be aware of the consequences that this still might signify for you. So if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and don't be afraid to stop by on Twitch, where we make live videos quite regularly. We're there quite often, and we also put those up on our second YouTube channel, Mischief of Mice 2. Till next time, folks, I'll see ya. What are you looking at?